The Hunter Association has no idea what they created. Jin-Woo left that dungeon as an E-rank. Bleeding. Barely alive. Officially the weakest registered hunter in Korea. That is what the records say. That is what every guild, every raid leader, every S-rank celebrity hunter believes right now. And that gap between what the world thinks Jin-Woo is and what he is actually becoming is the most dangerous thing in this entire story. Chapters 11 through 15 are the arc where that gap begins to close. Not because Jin-Woo reveals himself. He is not ready for that. But because reality is becoming impossible to hide. And the moment one person notices, everything changes. This is Solo Leveling, chapters 11 through 15. I am covering every major event, every level up moment, and the one chapter 14 scene that most readers reread 3 times before they believe what they are looking at. If you are new here, all you need to know going in, gates to monster-filled dungeons appeared worldwide. Only people called hunters can clear them. Sung Jin-Woo is a hunter. He was officially the weakest one in Korea. When chapter 10 ended, Jin-Woo had completed his first week of daily quests. His stats had already pushed past what the system's starting parameters were designed for. Numbers that would classify him as at least B rank, possibly higher. But the world still has him filed as E. He still takes low-rank gates. He still earns the lowest pay. And he still does it alone, in secret, because the moment anyone sees what he can actually do, his quiet advantage disappears. Here is the truth about these 5 chapters. They are not about power. They are about a secret that is starting to crack at the edges. Chapter 11 opens with Jin-Woo entering a C-rank gate, significantly above what an E-rank hunter should ever attempt alone. He does it anyway. Inside, he clears everything faster than a full 4-person team would. He is not even trying. But at the gate exit, he crosses paths with a B-rank raiding party who watched him enter alone, and is now watching him walk out, completely uninjured. Gate clear. Their leader stops him, asks him directly, "What rank are you?" Jin-Woo says E. The man does not believe him, but he has no proof otherwise, yet. Stop right here. Because what the author is doing in these chapters is not about power reveals. It is about architecture. Sung Chugong is building the story around dramatic irony. The reader knows exactly how strong Jin-Woo is. The other characters do not. And the longer that gap is maintained, the more satisfying the eventual reveal becomes. Every chapter where someone doubts him is a chapter that is paying into that account. That is why these 5 chapters feel so tense. Not because of fights. Because of restraint. Chapter 12 introduces the system's first major evolution since the initial awakening. Jin-Woo receives a new class of quest, Shadow Extraction. The ability to absorb defeated monsters and command them as shadow soldiers. This is not a power-up. This is a complete reclassification of what kind of hunter he is. Every other hunter in the world can fight and kill. Jin-Woo can fight, kill, and build an army from what he destroys. Chapter 13. He uses it for the first time. A defeated dungeon boss lies on the ground in front of him. The system prompts him. He reaches out his hand. Arise. The shadow rises. Jin-Woo stares at it. And the system displays a message that reframes the entire premise of Solo Leveling. He is not becoming a strong hunter. He is becoming something that has no category in the current system. Chapter 14 builds the army further. 2 more shadows extracted. Each one loyal, silent, and completely under his command. He names the first one Igris, a name that will mean something very specific to readers who stay with this series. And then chapter 15. This is the one. A low-rank hunter named Kim, who has worked several gates near Jin-Woo, catches a glimpse of him mid-battle inside a dungeon. Not a full view. Just enough to see movement that should not be possible for an E-rank body. He says nothing. He files it away. But the reader knows, this is the beginning of the end of Jin-Woo's secret. And the fact that it starts with someone completely forgettable. Not an S rank. Not a guild master, just a witness. Is one of the most quietly brilliant storytelling choices in the entire series. Here is what I think chapters 11 through 15 are really doing. Every major manhwa in this genre accelerates toward the reveal, the moment the hero goes public and the world sees what they have become. Solo Leveling deliberately delays that moment, past the point where every other story would have triggered it. Chu-Gong keeps finding new reasons to maintain the secret. And every chapter he does that, the pressure builds. By chapter 15, the story is not about Jin-Woo becoming powerful. It is about a pressure vessel that the author is not yet ready to release. If you notice something in these chapters that I missed, or if you think the dramatic irony angle misses something important, drop it in the comments. I read all of them. But here's what you need to know about where chapter 15 ends. That witness, that forgettable low-rank hunter who filed away what he saw, does not stay quiet. And the person he tells is not just anyone. The next arc covers chapters 16 through 25. And within the first 3 chapters, Jin-Woo will face a situation where hiding is no longer an option. The recap is uploading now. Subscribe so you do not miss the moment everything goes public. I will see you Thursday.